In 4000 BC, the Mesopotamians had pyramid-like towers called ziggurats. The ziggurats had 7 terraces, each representing something different, those being the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Meanwhile, the Egyptians had built the Great Pyramids. The pyramids were aligned with the cardinal points north, east, south, and west. There was no records of how they aligned the pyramids, but they believed that the Egyptians used astronomy. The Stonehenge, being one of the most famous sites in the world, is the remains of stones in a ring set in the earth. It is in Wiltshire, England. They believe it was built anywhere from 3000 BC to 2000 BC. In 13th century BC, the Chinese recorded eclipses, around 900 solar eclipses and 600 lunar eclipses, over a period of 2,600 years. They also recorded meteor showers, quests, and comets. Thales was the first Greek philosopher. He predicted a solar eclipse. He also was really good at math and could calculate the distance of ships from shore. Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher also. He was into math and came up with the Pythagorean theorem. In 500 BC, the Babylonians discovered the core of the planetary orbit and established a lunar calendar.
In 347 BCE, Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. He wrote about physics, biology, zoology, and many more. He also stated that the Earth was round. Aristarchus was a Greek astronomer in 200 BCE. He presented the first model that placed the sun in the center of the universe. Eratosthenes was known for being the first to come up with the circumference of the Earth. He also created the first map of the world. Hipparchus was a Greek astronomer in 162 BC. He created models of the motion of the sun and the moon. He created a reliable method to predict solar eclipses.
Mayans and Mesoamericans made extremely accurate astronomical observations. They were used to predict eclipses and other events.
Ptolemy was an Egyptian astronomer. He made models and convenient tables which could be used to predict the past or future positions of the planets.
8th to the 15th century BC, the Arabs studied the skies constantly for timekeeping.
Copernicus was a Renaissance astronomer who formulated a model of the universe with the sun in the center and the planets revolving around the sun. Brahe was a Danish astronomer. He also came up with a model of his own. His model had the Earth in the center with the sun, moon, and stars revolving around. Galileo was an Italian astronomer. He designed his own telescope and it had 30 times magnification. He then watched over the sun, stars, and the moon. Kepler was a German astronomer. He created the laws of planetary motion. Isaac Newton is known for his discoveries of gravity and several other laws of motion, which are named Newton's laws. In 1676, Halley visited South Atlantic island of St. Helena. He had a large sextant with a telescope to observe the transit of Mercury and noticed it was similar to the transit of Venus. Then he determined the size of the universe and computed the orbit of Halley's comet. Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist. He developed the general theory of relativity, one of the 2 pillars of modern physics. His mass-energy equivalence formula, E=mc², received 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics. He was also involved in the Manhattan Project and denounced the idea of nuclear fission as a weapon. Einstein signed the Russell-Einstein Manifesto, which told people about the dangers of nuclear weapons. Niels Bohr was a Danish physicist. He developed the Bohr model of the atom and that the electrons revolve in a stable orbit. Wolfgang Pauli was an Australian physicist who discovered the spin theory. Werner Heisenberg was a German physicist who created quantum mechanics and won a Nobel Prize in 1932. Edwin Hubble was an American astronomer. He came up with the observation that the galaxy increases with distance from the Earth, saying the universe is expanding, also known as the Hubble law. George Lemaitre was a Belgian astronomer and a priest. He proposed a theory of the expansion of the universe, which is also known as the Big Bang.